Hi, my name is Callan and I'm here with another Workshop Wealth tip. So this tip is all about learning objectives. And learning objectives are really jargon that I am offering to you, and it was taken directly from my second university degree, which was in education. I was a teacher, of course, and I had a specialty for designing curriculum in such a way that would increase the ability of the student to take the information in and to actually use it in a practical way in their life. So the secret to doing that, the secret to designing curriculum that way, is to be very clear on your learning objectives. So when you're designing your workshops or your retreats or your seminars, the first thing you want to do is ask yourself, what is the one overall learning objective I want my students to achieve at my workshop? So I'll give you an example of this. It could be that by the end of my workshop, students will be able to name the 5 elements of a successful workshop business. Okay, that would be an example of an overall learning objective. Now, once you have chosen your single most important learning objective, the next piece is to take a look at each segment of your curriculum and to choose 2 or 3 learning objectives per segment. So an example of that would be, let's say that your first segment lasts from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Let's say it's about 3 hours. You want to, as you're designing that segment, you want to be crystal clear on what the 2 or 3 objectives are. What are the 2 or 3 things you want your students to be able to be, do, or have by the end of that segment? When you are crystal clear on what the objectives are, it allows you to design and to deliver the curriculum that is perfectly in alignment with that intention. The other really cool thing about setting your learning objectives in advance is that later on you can go back and test to see if you actually delivered on what it is that you wanted to deliver on. So for example, let's say my intention was, my overall intention was that students would be able to name the 5 elements of a successful workshop business. Well, at the end, I could actually go back and ask my students, what are the 5 elements? And they're either going to tell me or they're not going to be able to tell me. If they can't tell me, then I need to go back and work on my curriculum because I didn't teach it very well. So that's your Workshop Wealth tip for this week. If you have any questions at all about designing curriculum or about learning objectives, how to phrase them, how to choose them, go ahead, look below the video, and you'll see that there's a place for you to ask those questions and to make your comments. I will be sure to read them and get back to you just as soon as I can. And until next time, be brilliant.